Have you ever wondered why the price of gold seems to be on a constant roller coaster ride? One day it's soaring, the next it's dipping. What's really behind these wild swings? Well, it's a lot more complex than simple supply and demand. Today, we're rediving deep into the fascinating world of gold prices and uncovering the key players pulling the strings behind the scenes. First up, let's talk about the big one: inflation and the US dollar. Gold has long been seen as a safe haven, a way to protect your wealth when the value of money, particularly the US dollar, starts to drop. When inflation rises, each dollar buys a little less. So investors often flock to gold because its value tends to hold steady or even increase, making it a reliable store of value. Conversely, when the dollar is strong against other currencies, gold prices often fall because it takes fewer dollars to buy an ounce of gold. It has a constant tug-of-war between the dollar's strength and gold's appeal as an inflation hedge. Next, we have geopolitical uncertainty. Whenever there's instability in the world, think political conflicts, trade wars, or major international crises, investors get nervous. They start looking for a safe place to park their money. And historically, that safe place has been gold. Gold is a tangible asset that isn't tied to any single government or financial system, making it incredibly attractive during turbulent times. The more uncertainty there is in the global landscape, the more demand there is for gold, which naturally pushes its price up. But here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about the massive influence of central banks. These institutions are some of the biggest players in the gold market, and their actions can create major waves. Why do they buy gold? Well, for the same reasons individual investors do: to diversify their reserves, hedge against currency fluctuations, and maintain stability. When a central bank makes a large gold purchase, it significantly increases demand and can send prices soaring. Let's look at some specific examples. The People's Bank of China has been on a remarkable gold buying spree. For 18 consecutive months, it has been consistently adding to its gold reserves. This isn't just a casual investment, it's a strategic move. By accumulating gold, China is actively working to reduce its reliance on the US dollar and strengthen its own currency. This long-term strategy signals a major shift in global economic power and has been a huge driver of demand for gold. China isn't alone. Russia has also been a major buyer of gold for years, using it as a tool to shore up its economy and protect itself from Western sanctions. By building up its gold reserves, Russia creates a financial buffer that is less vulnerable to international political pressure. It's a clear move towards de-dollarization and economic self-sufficiency, and it keeps demand for gold robust. Even smaller countries are getting in on the action. Take Denmark, for example. While it hasn't been buying gold on the same scale as China or Russia, the Danish central bank recently made headlines by repatriating a significant portion of its gold reserves from London back to Copenhagen. This move, while not a direct purchase, sends a powerful signal. It shows a growing desire for countries to have direct physical control over their assets, especially in an uncertain world. It reinforces the idea that gold is the ultimate safe haven asset, something you want to have close at hand when things get rough. So, when you see the price of gold moving, remember, it's not just random market noise, it's a complex interplay of economic indicators like inflation, the strength of the dollar, and global events. But more than ever, it's also a story about the strategic moves of central banks around the world. Nations like China, Russia, and even Denmark are reshaping the global financial landscape, and gold is right at the center of it all. Their continued interest in large-scale purchases are a powerful force that will likely keep the gold market dynamic and fascinating for years to come.